bronze to gold cube. That's what we want to see. Apparently caps don't matter. You can just have, you can be shouting the title. We're like a John Sandman title up here for the server, for the name. Apparently nobody's in here, but we've got 13. All right, let's get into Shlo versus Josh. I'm trying to click spectate, but I keep misclicking. All right, here we go. Here we go. If you're unable to find the tournament, I'm sorry. Nothing I can do about that. It is hard to find the tournament sometimes. Alright, so this is gold. We have, or probably gold ranked players, but maybe not. This might just be new bronze, silver players who only just found the tournament. Already I'm seeing an attempt of ball control though, which hints at gold play. We saw in Ben versus Damien, grand final of the bronze versus silver, that every single touch that they made was hitting the ball away from themselves, which I do not recommend with a cube. You gotta keep it close to you.
When does Johnny Boy become Johnny Man?
I don't know if he ever does. I don't know. What do you think? Flibberwubber. Thanks for the 400 bits, by the way. Very much appreciated. Premium bit cheer right there. I don't know. Shlo struggling to get out of his half. Oh my goodness. And the ball is going to make this very difficult for him by bouncing way up in the air. This is kind of what we saw from Ben versus Damien, as Damien couldn't really get out of his own half. It was not going very well. Remind me, by the way, what does anybody use GIF Your Game? Did they change the hotkey for that? No, it's still F1. Okay, cool. Because if we see any fantastic goals, I'm going to GIF them for you guys. I need to get this. There's an app for that program that auto posts good goals in my Twitch chat, which I'm going to be sure to sort out later. Did not have time today because I was recording an interview with Mystic from Flipside. Oh my goodness, what a shot by Shlo. That's an excellent flick. And the follow-up as well. Look at that. And Joshua gives him the nice shot. Very honourable opponent here is Joshua. He needed to attack that rebound from the opposite side of his goal. Just use his post as a way to clear the ball, because Shlo is always going to beat him to it if he lets it go over his shoulder and then tries to turn around. Like I was saying, I did do an interview with Mystic earlier today regarding him and, you know, Kux and Yukio's attempt to rebuild Flipside, and his thoughts on RLCS Season 5 thus far and his predictions for the games to come, and also a little bit of stuff about, you know, Marky Duda's departure and Yukio replacing him. So if you want to see that, that is on my YouTube. It is on my YouTube now. Shlo's got to be careful. He centered it. Deals with the threat well, though. Now he's looking for ball control. I like the control. That touch, though, doesn't really tell me much, except that he's open for luck, which he's got. Shlo with the beach football maneuver. Look at that play. We need to gift that goal. We need to. That is beautiful. He just beached him. Rolls the ball directly at his opponent, and it bounces right over the top. You still doing tier 3 replay analysis? Absolutely. I won't be doing any today because I think after this tournament I will have to go. Unless this... Actually, maybe I'll be able to do one. Yeah, maybe I'll have time for one after this this tournament is done. I'll have to wait and see how long it takes. I've got to go out around about 8 o'clock today, and that's in 36 minutes. So we will see. But yeah, if you tier 3 sub today... Oh, well. There we go. I was going to say, if you tier 3 sub today, I'm sure we can sort it out another day. We can sort it out another time. Local dogs, just hit me up on my Discord. DM me on Discord and send me a replay of your choice, and we'll get it done. If this tournament is done really fast, we could probably do it at the end of this stream, actually. Because that is a tier 3 sub, which I very much appreciate. Thanks so much, man. You're far too kind. Shlo, if he continues to lead by 2 goals, well into the final minute here, then I will probably... actually, no, we can stick around for 2 goals, because you could have 1 goal and a kickoff goal. A 3-goal deficit would be too much, really, to expect to come back from in the cube 1v1. But Shlo did well. Is when we joined, he was stuck in his half for most of a minute, and then he really turned it around. That is a 3-0. I did say that would probably be a little bit too much to come back from. We'll see what we'll see what happens on the kickoff here for Joshua. If he doesn't get anything going, then we're probably gonna have to say goodbye to him in round 1. Voice breaking. It's just I've got a cold, mate. Imagine if my voice broke again. Oh my goodness. I'd be Vin Diesel 2.0. So Joshua needs a strong kickoff. He's actually got one. Needs a little bit of help from the bounce. And he's got it! Look at that by Joshua. Manages to stay calm even though the ball has bounced wildly up into the air there. Excellent finish. You'd recommend you sending a champ 1 1v1 or champ 2 2 3 2 to help you improve. It's up to you. If you really want to focus on your 2v2, send me the 2v2. If you want to just get better as an individual, 1v1. Here, guys, I'm glad I stuck around to see the kickoff, because this is a game, and that is a bounce! Joshua again finds the top corner. Look at this goal. I'm going to give this one as well because that is never on target. And then all of a sudden it is. And Schlow's got to be thinking, it might not be his day. The tides have turned. And Joshua is coming back. One more good kickoff and he might be able to put this one away. What a comeback that would be. 30 odd seconds for 3 goals is no mean feat. Far less with a cube. But he's surely going to do it. Oh no! It's gone wide of the net. You've got to be kidding me. Joshua is doing a 15-point turn. He can't get it on target. Schlow, has he disconnected? No, he's back. Controller might have just had a little bit of an overheat moment. Joshua from the edge of the box. He's got the save by Schlow. And surely that's game. What an ending. Joshua manages to dribble it across the box, then do a 15-point turn instead of scoring. Oh my goodness, that was exciting. That was way too exciting. Let's see. Well, this is the only game that we can get. Oh my goodness, it's 6-all. I should have checked earlier. This is the only game we can currently spectate. Please get in. 6-all. He came back, so this time. Oh, he just missed it. John Wick in overtime takes it. I am so sorry for getting so carried away and not getting into that game earlier. I'm sure that would have been a fantastic ending, but sometimes you just barely miss it. I did not expect any of these games to be, like if they were still going, to be close. Usually, if a game goes on a really long time, it's because one player's scoring lots and lots of goals, but we just missed a 6-all. Alright, Damien. We'll go back and see what Damien's up to. He just got revenge on Ben, who beat him in the last tournament. And then he beat him 3-2 in this one. But can he come back again? It looks like he's down by a goal. Versus Ree, who has an open net. But the cube's making it difficult for him. Damien with a huge save. Oh my goodness. Clutch save by Damien. That is unbelievable. Surely that was on target. And quite a lot of pace on it as well. Damien not able to save this one. Whew, wow, this is close stuff. Apparently somebody's clipped me playing Rocket League getting mad. I need to take a look at that later. Let's focus on this tournament for the time being though. By the way, Local Dogs, I did see you type it in my chat a second ago, but I was too distracted by the game, so I'll just give you the TLDR. If you do want your replay analysis today, send me a replay on Discord. It might happen, it might not. If it doesn't happen today, I'll make sure that you're here when I do get round to it. But I'll stick you in my list. It was Local Dogs, so you're in my list now. I owe you one replay analysis live on stream. Damien is really up against it. He had a fantastic save earlier, and then not so good save. But there we go. There is a goal and a nice one by Ree, who not too salty about that. Don't have enough time today. That's totally fine, Local Dogs. Don't worry about it. Another time will be absolutely perfect for me as well. Just wanted to quickly check if what your preference was. Right, Damien again in a dangerous defensive location, but he's doing well, staying under control. The first time that we saw him in the last tournament that he played, which was also a cube tournament, I was critical of his first touch, which with the cube was a little bit out of control. He was hitting it away from himself instead of trying to keep the ball close to his own car. Ree looking to have a little bit better control. There we go. There's a half flip, and he decided not to continue on through with it. Instead, land facing the ball. Attempted half flip there for Ree. Looked pretty on point. He's boost starving Damien so well, who misses the boost steal on the exit. But can Ree put it into the open net? No, he can't. He's dribbled straight into the wall. And that's why you need to keep the cube close to you. The second you get rid of it, you never know where it's going to bounce. It can go absolutely anywhere. But if you keep it close to yourself, you can actually ball carry the cube. It doesn't jump off your car like you'd expect it to. Calabido, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate that. Not Smurf, guys. What part of this looks like Smurf to you? You guys are outrageous. That is 4-1 though for Ree. And Damien might have met his match. He's going to be pretty happy with himself, I'm sure, though. He made it past round 1 in the tournament by getting revenge on the player who eliminated him from the previous one. That is really quite fortunate. Oh, look at that kickoff, though. Strength in the 50-50, but Damien's been dribbled by the cube. It bounces over him. Talking about control. Control is unnecessary in bronze. Well, it's not that it's not necessary. It's just that players don't even try to control the ball. There you go. Ree keeping it simple, and he will put it in, and surely that is going to be game. This isn't a Smurf, guys. It's just like someone who is driving into the ball repeatedly. Definitely not goal. I could see that being goal 3 myself. I've not been particularly amazed by anything that's happened. just basic car control, just driving into the ball. I mean, half flipping. I've got a mate in silver who can half flip, so I'm not going to call someone a smurf for half flipping. This does look like it might be the end of the road for Damien, though. Still, though, what are the chances? What are the chances that out of 13 players, you're going to get matched up against this guy who knocked you out of the previous tournament? It's pretty small. Pretty small. Well, 1 in 13, I guess. That is going to bounce in. Getting a little bit fortunate. Because that was probably off target. Yeah, it was definitely off target. 2 good bounces. And then it even hits the post on the way in. But we'll say goodbye to Damien and Ree. That's a bounce dribble, lol, smart. It's not really a bounce dribble, though. It was just the ball was just bouncing because it's a cube. He was just pushing it, and it's bouncing because it's a cube. Any one of those bounces, it could have bounced straight up in the air. The fact that it kept on bouncing straight just tells me that he got kind of lucky. All right, let's see what John Wick is up to. We got John Wick in a Rocket League tournament. He's tied up 3-all. Ree is actually Rizzo or better than Rizzo. Who does that say more about? Now, one of these guys, I forget who. Was it John Wick? No, I think it was Felknia, who just won a nail-biting 7-6 overtime. And now he's in another very close game, the Batmobile Mirror. He's got the dribble, but he's landed on top of the cube. And now there's the demo by John Wick, just as deadly in Rocket League as he is in his second movie. Looking to get the bounce dribble started. Of course, it's easy to start a bounce dribble at the cube. You just hit the ball and it'll probably bounce. Both players posturing, lining up their attack. That is a blue trail, which is unfortunate for Felknia. Looks for the return demo. He's managed to knock John Wick off balance, but he remains alive. And well, he's just been injured. Look at the bounce dribble by John Wick. Oh no, he's missed the ball with a backflip. He managed to perfectly bounce the ball over the top of his opponent. There's lots of panicking going on right now. John Wick is very close to his destination, but he's not able to unlock the door. Felknia now. Wide open net. Does he have the control? He does. John Wick flies past it and completely fails to make contact. Both these players are on PC, by the way. Looks like Scrub playing against Fairy again. Oh my goodness. John Wick isn't even half flipping. I mean, I know a guy in silver who can half flip. Likewise, I know a guy in RLCS who can't half flip. Just because somebody can do one thing really well doesn't immediately mean that they're, you know, a certain caliber of player. Talking about Niels Cock, by the way, for anybody who's wondering. He can't half flip. It's hilarious. It's a decent little bounce by Falcon. Yeah, this could cause some problems for John Wick. John Wick actually deals with it very well. I've got to hand it to him. And he needs to, because being down by a goal with this much time left, needs a little bit of luck now. Ball doesn't bounce favorably, and he's not landed well to give himself a chance to turn around here. Misses the boost in the midfield, and now he's got absolutely no chance of getting behind the ball. It's up to Falknia now. Who's it going to be? It's going to be him for the win. He doesn't keep it up. John Wick says, "Don't ram me," in chat. I don't know what he said there. That's very funny though. Don't ram me. I could have got the goal. Goal on capital D. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. That might be another 1-goal victory. I think it is for Falknia. Oh no, it was John Wick who had the epic overtime. So John Wick 7-6. I wish we'd got the end of that game a little bit sooner. Into semi-finals we go. We're waiting for either of these games to become spectatable. I want to probably going to go and see what AR is up to, because we saw Ree dominant win. We saw Schlo get a close victory. We saw Falknia with a close win. But we didn't see any of AR, who also looks like he might be a tournament favorite. AR and Ree looking like the grand finalists most likely. So as soon as this becomes available to view, I'll hop in. Alright, we do have Felknia versus AR semi-final. Organize an org versus org scrim, an org which is capable of talented players not as known, for example, Method or something. Organizations don't usually want to stream their scrims, and I wouldn't encourage it either. Nice shot by AR, well done. That's some great power. But yeah, scrims are kind of like a lower pressure experimentation, you know, learn about your opponents, learn what your mistakes are kind of situation. You're not trying to impress an audience, it's all about improving. So it's not really something that you'd want to do. I could do like show matches, and I've tried actually to do some show matches in the past between pro teams. Once we had one organized, but then one of the players said, "Nah, sorry, my hands are feeling cold today," and I was like, well, that that's excellent news. So we didn't do it because one of the players had cold hands. I was like, what? Really good that we organized like 6 people and myself to be online for a specific time, and then one of them's like, nah, sorry, cold hands. So I tend not to do too many 3v3 things because one person can just ruin it for everybody. One person can just be like, nah, my hands are cold, or oh, I've got to go walk the dog, you know. I don't like to trust that many people at once to not be completely incompetent. I'll tell you who's not completely incompetent though is AR. Another good save there. Had some very quality touches, and earlier on I was being critical of attempted power shots with the cube, but if you can make quality hits happen, then absolutely go for it. Why not? You might as well launch it. Give your opponent something to think about. Oh, Falknia, he could have hit that on the bounce, and he's regretting that he didn't, because that was his only chance to put it in. You never know which bounce the cube is going to go really high with. I'll tell you which one it was. It was that one right there. And Falknia again, coming off second best, courtesy of a bounce, and he doesn't meet it near where the ball is bouncing the second time. That is the difference between these two players. AR identifies where the ball's going to bounce, meets it when it bounces, and that means that he's not going to get taken out of the game by the follow-up bounce. Meanwhile, Falknia trying to pre-jump on the goal line doesn't get anywhere near. Yeah, I will. 24 Revolux. I'm not sure if I've said that right, but thanks for the Prime sub. I was going to get around to that. But yeah, welcome to the stream, buddy. Nice control by AR. Very, very good stuff there in the breakout. So like I said before, I do expect AR versus Ree to be the final for today, and based on what I've seen so far from AR, it could be a very close game. He's looking pretty solid. Had a nice save, a couple of very good shots, and some quality clears in the midfield. But mainly, the one thing that stands out to me is being able to meet the ball when it bounces. Such an important element of Cube 1v1 is not waiting for a bounce. Obviously, when a ball is going to bounce, it's the regular ball in Rocket League, you know where it's going to bounce if you are used to reading bounces. But reading a cubic bounce is a whole other ball game. You're not going to be able to read that every day of the week. Oh my goodness, that, and yes, it is. AR on the rebound takes Falknia out of the game with ease. And Falknia, this is not the first time he's made this mistake where he gets up on the wall to try and make these clears across his goal. If I'm Falknia's coach here, I would say don't go up on the wall there. Just stay on the ground. Just get the clear normally from the ground. You don't need the wall to help you climb half a foot into the air. The cube was definitely within reach. It was definitely within reach. But we did see an almost 30-second comeback earlier in the tournament, so it's not over yet. And with shots like this, it could definitely be possible. Slows down in the line, but has enough power to creep over. Yeah, 24. I know, Revolux. I know you were just kidding, but I do want to give people their shout-outs for subbing. And if I forget, I'd like to be reminded, just so I don't accidentally neglect someone. Falknia has won another kickoff here. Doesn't go for the boost at the side of the field in favour of a fairly long distance shot, but look at that bounce! And it will go right over the top of the goalkeeper. I'm definitely gifting that one. That's hilarious. This is why we make Cube 1v1s. And this is why you don't try and read a cubic bounce. It's going to take you out of the game. And now we have a 1-goal game. It should have been in the bag for AR, but he has let a second goal in. Joshua Aime, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Yeah, welcome to the stream today, buddy. Appreciate that. I believe it wasn't you that I casted earlier. Sorry for being so useless I remember the names, but I believe it was, and it was a pleasure. Emran, thanks for 100 bits. Is it PS4, pal? Yes, this is PS4, but it's too late to sign up now. We are into the semi-finals. The grand final is just minutes away. Can Falknia make it? Looks like he's going to get eliminated, and indeed he will. He tried his best. He actually had a comeback started, but he needed a little bit more help from the ball at the end there. The ball gave him it did definitely give him help for the second goal, but it didn't give him any help after that, and he has been eliminated. Ree, meanwhile, 3-0 in the semi-final over Schlo. He's looking like the tournament favorite. We'll get into that one in just a moment. All right, let's get into the final. 1-0 for Ree on the scoreboard. How's it going, King Spectre? Good to see you too, man. AR wasn't on my friends list at all. That I can believe. That is something I absolutely do think is true. Nice shot by Ree here. If this does end up being incredibly one-sided, of course we will just dip out and check out these gifts before I have to go. AR could have saved this if he had a better line. instead of beelining straight for the ball there. A smarter thing to do would have been to get goal side and then flip into the ball. It's definitely something you want to do when you're defending shots and dribbles, is get goal side, well, less so dribbles, but certainly shots. Get goal side, and by goal side I mean be between the ball and your goal, or at least the part of your goal that you think they are going to be shooting into, and then flip into the ball. Which you sometimes need to go for a block, which is what AR is doing right now. He needs to be careful though, because Ree has shown a potency with his dribbles in the past. He's not had the worst dribbles. AR getting a little bit of help from the ball, and he's going to put it in. Excellent capitalization, I can't even speak, on a little slow bounce there. Had it not been for that ball slowing down with the bounce, he might have had an unscoreable angle at the near post. But he made it work. That is what you need to do with the cube. You need to be ready for anything. Wait, where on earth is AR going? With the boost steal in the opponent's half. He's just prepping for the future. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that one. Where on earth are you going, AR? Your goal is that way. Your goal is over there. You need to defend that. You don't have a team. Excellent capitalism. That's what I thought I said. Expected thanks for gifting a sub to Dizzy Mercury. That's your 11th sub gift. Just, I think, one behind Weirdo. But I appreciate that nonetheless. Thank you so much for the gift, King Spectre. And welcome to the stream, Dizzy Mercury. Oh no, it's another boost steal by AR. He doesn't have time for this. Luckily for him, Ree has taken too long to control the cube. He has wanted to... This is how he likes to go about his attack. He wants to just control the ball. Not afraid of a 50-50. Just wants to roll it on target and let the bounce that just happens on occasion do the work for him. AR again, way out of the game. Ree taking his sweet time, and he's missed it. He needs to try and be a little bit more calm in front of net, because he's missed a wide open one again. He's losing his composure a little bit, and oh my goodness, look at the demo by AR. He's even dropped the my bad in the chat. Respawned on the far side. AR looking for the bounce dribble into the wall. That's a nice little boost secure by Ree. Look at that acceleration of the ball. It's putting a bounce over him, but to start off, he was doing well there. AR again needs to be so careful. He's taking himself out of the game for long periods of time, and that is going to go in. It looked like it might hit the crossbar, but it's dipped underneath, and Ree is up by 3 yet again. Nice little pop there to keep it well away from AR, who is not even close to saving that one. I'm going to be streaming for another 13 minutes, by the way. Inverse half flip into the ball by Ree, which actually might make more sense with the cube kickoff, I'm not going to lie. Quite easy to neutralize the cube compared to a circular ball, or spherical I should say. You lost to Ree in round 1, feels bad, man. Hey, I'm sure everybody's been round 1 at some point in their life. If you haven't, you've not played enough tournaments. Oh no, AR! That was the chance. Ree's giving him another one. He centered it, but AR again only finds the post. Nowhere near enough accuracy for our assault rifle friend here. I had to check. I was like, is he American with a name like that? 76 ping, he could be. He could be. Could be very, very East Coast, but still American. Here, this is actually good work by AR. He's managed to force an own goal. Excellent work. Just getting more and more touches towards the near post. Every time side flipping there. That's the key. Side flip, side flip, side flip. Let's get that ball in field. Let's get it in front of the box. And now he's closed the gap to 2. One more goal will be needed, though, to make Ree feel uncomfortable. I'm sure Ree's still very much at home. That's a nice clear, actually, by Ree. Baited AR in and subsequently took him out of the game with a very nice outplay. Ree's completely out of boost. He needs to be careful. AR has shown a tendency to hunt for those demos whenever they're presented to him. Good bump on the exit by Ree to take AR away from what may have been an open net shot. Oh, understeer by AR. Another big chance for Ree. AR flipping back into position, but again doesn't get goal side before the challenge. He's not in position before he makes the challenge for the ball. Look at where he's challenging from. He's coming in sideways. If he just gets goal side, that ball won't go past him. Unfortunately for him, he is now down by 3 again. All that hard work is going to be for nothing unless he can really start to do great things in the next few seconds. Ree has got an excellent kickoff goal finish here, though, to make it even harder for AR to come back. That's exactly what AR needed to do. When you are losing by 3, you kind of need a kickoff goal to get things started. not give away a kickoff goal. Definitely a Smurf. I mean, I'm not particularly impressed. This could be gold 3. I just see somebody front flipping into the ball. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I mean, you guys just see somebody half flipping and you're like, yeah, this guy's insane. Server health is maybe going to be the saving grace for AR. If you could just shoot this ball on target, you never know. His server might lag and give him a goal. It's given him a goal anyway, courtesy of some lackadaisical and silly defending by Ree. He's been watching too many Squishy Muffin streams. Just decides to go on his goal line and do some dancing instead of attacking the ball. It's a little bit early for that because we have seen 30-second 2-goal swings in this tournament already. We've seen 2 of those. Felknia almost able to come back from 3 goals down. Round 1, we did see, I forgot who it was, but we saw another almost 3-goal comeback. All it takes is for 1 early goal and then a kickoff goal following it, and then there's a chance for 1 player to make a 0-second play. Of course, it's much harder to make a 0-second play with a cube, and it's becoming increasingly hard to the point of impossible for AR. Too many careless challenges, too many missed shots, and it will be the tournament for a man with way too many vowels in his name. Level 20 is a Smurf. Listen, there's 2 types of Smurf. One of them I'm okay with, one of them I'm not. One of them is a player who has a second account that is the same rank as their main. One of them is somebody who's got a second account that's much lower rank than their main. I would absolutely not be surprised if that boy's main account is also gold 3. Wouldn't be surprising at all. Let's think. Right, we got 9 minutes, boys. I'm gonna see what on earth is going on in this clip. GG's to everybody involved. Sorry I couldn't cast all the games. That's just what happens when you cast tournaments like this. We can't cast all the games. Have to nip about between them all.